So hey guys, what's this? What's this? It's Sketchbook tour. I know, it's really fucking weird. It's been a very long time since I've done one. But I'm gonna be honest, I have had terrible sketchbook fatigue. And I've ended up bouncing through sketchbooks, and I've been drawing a lot, just not in my sketchbooks. So I've made a little goal of mine now in my little task manager to actually make sure that even if it's just shitty doodles, I am going to doodle at least 2 pages a day to try to get at least kind of close to my sketchbook goal of the year. Still don't think that'll happen with everything else going on, but you never know. I'm actually lucky because I'm cheating, because these are a bunch of sketchbooks that I started and I bounced around in, so this will be my next one, and I'm almost done. I'm literally only have like this many pages left, so next month you should have another sketchbook tour. Hopefully I'll have it finished before next month, but I'll have it filmed and ready to go. So let's go into it. So first of all, this is a render crescent sketchbook. Before people ask me in the comments, it's a render crescent sketchbook in the 8x8 diameter, whatever. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the light on real quick. See better? Oh, that's a lot better. Got a little bit of a reflection and a shadow, but you know what? Tough titties. This is why I want to get a webcam so bad so I can fix this. But yeah, it's a crescent render. These are 2 long link stickers I got from the zine I was in. This is just washi tape I did to make the cover fancy, and the rest were random stickers. I had some leftover Fire Emblem Fates stickers from them that I had Redbubble stickers, and I think that's a Redbubble but a Snapchat one. This was also from the zine, and this is from the tattoo shop where I got my crescent moon last year. So let's just go into it. So for you guys who don't know, who are new to my sketchbook tours, which are probably a lot of you since it's been a long time since I've done one, I always have the first page be blank until I finish the sketchbook. So here's just a random girl with swirly hair. I literally had no idea what to do for this. I just was like, fuck, I finished the sketchbook and I'm going to draw something. And so I started February something 2018, because I know it was around February. I don't remember when, but it was around February. And then I ended here. Also, my fingers are off to places because I have to film this at an angle so it looks right. So that's why my hands are on the side. So let's get right into it. So this is also, a lot of people who don't know, I like collecting my tickets from movies I've seen and other random things on the first page. Just like a little collage, a little memory thing of my life. And so I couldn't find my ticket for the Mr. Rogers documentary, but during the time of this sketchbook, I saw Hereditary, Pacific Rim Uprising, and then I saw Jurassic World. We also saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, but we didn't actually get physical tickets for that. So I put a picture of my business cards in it because I thought, oh shit, I don't remember. I got my business cards during the sketchbook. And then I got my 2 business cards from Snail of Approval that he sent me in my Etsy package. It was really cool. So I have to actually hold my sketchbook to the camera. So this is after Cody and I played Doki Doki, and I was thinking of ideas, so I did a little Sayori. This is going to be actually a beta idea for some other pictures I wanted to do, and actually never did. But here's Sayori in Copics, because I'm rusty as shit. And then Lorelei in some of the Arteza fine liners. I got the Arteza fine liners, and so I wanted to try doing a little Lorelei doodle with it. That was really fun. So next is some watercolor studies. Oh, there's the business cards that fell off. Thank you, business card. You can go away. Okay, you're just gonna stay there. You're gonna stay there. All right, whatever. So here are some flower studies and some watercolor studies. Cody got me a set of core, Q-O-R, watercolors, and I've been slowly learning how to watercolor throughout this sketchbook and a couple of others I've been working in. So just some flower studies. I actually really like how this came out, the rose came out, and I like how these 2 came out. Just sketching-wise, I think they came out really nice. So also, this is one of the few sketchbooks where I did front to back on each page, so more studies. This sketchbook pretty much has been my thumbnail studies sketchbook, because I just haven't done them in a long time. These, though, were with the Arteza watercolor pencils, because I had a coupon. Again, Arteza didn't send me these supplies, I bought them, and I was just messing with them. I actually don't like the watercolor pencils as much as actual watercolors, which is weird. I thought I would like it more. So here's just some random sushi. and then some crystals, but I doodled these in pen. And then here was some color swatches of the colored pencils, see what they would look like. And then some very messy, very light Steaming Universe doodles. Here was a Peridot, Lapis, Sapphire, and I don't know what the fuck that was, but I tried doing them all from memory. This is when I was really, really rusty with sketchbooks when I started. Like, a lot of my sketches in here are not that good, but they get better later on. So, like, this was going to be a Starcrafter. This was supposed to be a character, but the hands look like fucking broken. And then this was actually a very rough idea for a Star Dragon custom. But, yeah, wasn't really proud of these. So now we're getting to the fun stuff. So here was some, it's very light, but here was some Crackland doodles of my OC Siren and Zodiac's OC Kai. And then this was supposed to be a doodle of Dimitri, which is another OC of mine. Now, all of the ones with the black ink like this, these were actually done at a car show. It's why I like sketchbooks and stuff, because I actually, when I do these and I flip through, I remember where I was for most of them when I was doing things. So these were done during a car show in, I think, San Diego. And I doodled these all with just brush pen. Like, I didn't actually sketch it. I just took the brush pen and went right into sketching. Except for Sirens. Sirens I did a little bit of drawing, because I also was super rusty with brush pen. So here's some mushies and a Siren. Normal looking Siren. And then here, okay, no, here were the brush pen ones. So this was like the logo from the event. It was like stamped on my hand, so I tried just copying the logo. Here's a Tybalt with brush pen, here's a Tetsu with brush pen, and then I tried coloring it with watercolor when I was learning. Here's a Ringmaster, brush pen, random hand practice, some bottles that were fun pen doodles. You're going to see a lot of hand doodles in here, because I recently got the app Handy. Again, not sponsored. I have to kind of say that all the time. And like for the cat, so. More watercolor doodles. These are actually expressions. I drew these all with a blue ballpoint pen. I just happen to have the pen here. It's just a basic bitch Bic pen. And then again, these were the core watercolors. I did that like a little expression meme on Instagram. Oops, sorry, booping the camera. Ringmaster, Lorelei, Tybalt, and then here was a Cassie. I'm actually happy looking at these because you're going to see a watercolor picture later on that shows how much I've learned watercolor from the start of the sketchbook to now. This is the concept for a character I've actually had written out for a long time. She is actually... She doesn't really show up in her human form, but she's a character in Marked that is very, very much a secondary character. But she's got tentacle hair, and there was the height difference of her compared to Tetsu. So there's that. This is, like I said, my thumbnail sketchbook. I have a lot of thumbnail ideas. This actually was the idea of my Hear No Evil, See No Evil, Speak No Evil Rose edition that I put on Patreon. The rest were ideas I had. These were the ideas I had for the Doki Doki thumbnails. And then my pens were dying, so I just scribbled them out. This is why, like, you don't have to have, like, fancy, nice aesthetic sketchbooks. I think that's why it took me so long to, like, get back into sketchbooking, was I cared too much of what they looked like, and I finally got to a point where I'm like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. So these were some cute food ideas, basic ideas. I've actually redrawn these digitally, and I'm probably going to turn them into stickers. I'm not sure, but I think they'd be cute. It was iced coffee, a cheeseburger, some ice cream with faces. So yeah, these were just some little things where it's like iced tea, cheeseburger, iced tea, ice cream, cheeseburger, and donut. Some cute foods and all that jazz. And some here were character concepts for a character of mine named Cassie when she's older, but I actually changed this. She still wears the outfit, but she actually has slightly shorter hair. In here I kept her long elf hair, but yeah, she's an elf. So see, I'm also getting better at doing brush pen and stuff. And this was drawn and inked by Anna when I was at her house, but then I colored it with my core watercolors. This is of my OC Mid, who is a new, who is a monster boy. He's a good monster boy. More pen doodles. These were actually, fun fact, these were the original ideas I had for my business card that I had in here. If you can see, little swirly ideas with the eyes for the seals in her eyes. I was actually going to originally not have this or Tetsu. I was actually going to have like 4 of my characters, and I was trying to format it. And I was like, none of these are looking good, and then I ended up just going with the eye idea, but I went with full Tetsu for it. So I think that was a good example of that. So here is a really messy doodle of Zodiac's character, Franny. excited about food because she likes food. This is a thumbnail for a commission I actually never did because the commissioner never finished paying me. So there's that. They literally only gave me like $10 for a pre-thing, which is why I'm like, this is why I don't take fucking payment up front if you're not going to pay the full thing unless I know you. So, yep, never got the rest of that, so that commission never happened. This was a sketch of my water bottle from the side, because I have one of those like indented water bottles. Bleh. This was ideas for Tetsu's new outfit for her bio. I was just running through ideas, and then these two, if you can see right here, these are thumbnails for Mermaid Adopts I did. I actually ended up going with, I believe, this one, and then using the same base. I don't think I did both, or maybe I did do both and I'm just spacing, but I know for a fact I definitely went with that one. So, more doodles. This was, I keep bumping the stupid mic. This was me in like a really light ballpoint pen, and I was at my mom's house. We had gone for a walk, and she gave me this like tiny little mini bundt cake that looked really cute, and it looks a lot better in person than it does on the camera. But whatever, that's life. Alright, so here's where we started going into June, and I started going in ham with this. And I only remember because I drew these two, because I was like, I'm gonna do Junicorn, and that didn't end up happening. So I ended up drawing a couple of these, which was just a cute girl, unicorn with braids, and then Zodiac's character, Lucas, just kind of contemplating life, like you do. This was actually taped in from a pad I did on Bisexual Pride Day. That's my cat, if you hear him in the background. So I just taped that in there. When I tape on other things too, I like taping them into sketchbooks. So then here's a Sanic, and here is a random eye, because I like eyes. Okay. Alright, now these were for my Patreon patrons. I actually printed these out. I didn't actually draw them in the sketchbook, so I'll just have to be full screen red. Because if you're a $25 patron, I send you an original in the mail every month, and so I decided, fuck it, for this first time, because I'd never done it since, I'm going to actually print these out, trace them over with my Lightbox, and then I was like, I still like the sketches, and so I want to put them in my sketchbook, so I did that. So here was the last one, and the reason why he's different from the batch is because Binks actually ruined his original painting. They are actually paintings sent to the patrons. I don't have pictures of the original ones. And then this was a doodle of me being like, I'll just die, because this is when the heat waves started coming. And here, if I can get the book to close, here is more of those hand things I was telling you about, where I was just practicing hands, because I actually am not confident in how I draw hands, and ever since I got that app, and even what's funny is I drew hands later on after practicing these, and I've already gotten better, just a little bit of practice I had. So here's some hands, here's some more hands. These were actually done not with pen, but with a blue pencil I got. Just working out things. This was the thumbnail for my Zelda charm that I have up in my store. This is a thumbnail for Sam, another thumbnail for Sam. I was thinking of giving her like a different, not modern outfit, I don't want to say modern, but like her like outside mage outfit. So that was just some basic ideas. And then more hand practice, like I was saying, I'm already getting better at drawing hands with just this practice. Still, I like this thumb's going off into space. So, these were just basic ideas for my updated Meet the Artist meme. But I've decided I'm not going to actually post this until I get married and I cut my hair, because I realized at this point, I haven't done it yet, and I'll be married in a couple of months. So might as well just wait till I'm married and I cut my hair and stuff, so I'll look better. So, some random still lives around my desk when I can't think of what to draw. See, random stuff. I just draw things around my desk, like my glasses. This is like the water bottle I use for little paintings. I just drop the water in it, and then a pen, because gotta have pens. And then here's another Peridot doodle. Here's a Zeffy doodle. I cannot seem to escape my sketchbook without having a Zeffy doodle. This was actually a thumb for an idea I would like to do in the future of her with little baby phoenixes, because she loves baby phoenixes, and just phoenixes in general. Phoenixes, phoenix, phoeni, however you plural form of phoenix, the mystical firebird. Here are some waffles I doodled up when I was fucking hungry, and I even wrote the note like, I'm gonna have waffles the next day. And spoiler, I did not actually have waffles the next day. So here's more watercolor practice. These are really fun. These were still with, I believe, yeah, these are still with my core watercolors. I'm not a big fan of peaches. But here's Dimitri and his crackland sister Kai. And I really like this little chibi style I did for these. I was thinking I would end up doing these for like stickers and merch over like an actual like selling style. I haven't actually done it digitally yet. I've just done it traditionally, which is fun. And then here's a Marina because I am Splatoon trash, and then a Peach because Petch. And this was going to be someone else, but I really didn't like how the pose is. And I wrote here, I wrote pray! So, okay, this is where it gets fun. So, these two were actually done with my Bombay India ink. I put some ink in one of my water brushes, because I like using water brushes, and so I put that, make Junicorn dots. It's a note for me. After I did this Junicorn, which I did do this one all in ballpoint. This was all in brush pen. I was like, make Junicorn adopts, because I was like, yeah, I need to make adoptables. And all that jazz. And so here was me. So here was me messing more with my my water pen that I pretty much made. Here's a really messy Lonk. People really seem to not like the fact that I give Lonk a harsh chin, but I like giving him a harsh chin. That's just a random character I drew like in the void. And then this was actually a pose idea for the Junicorn adopts, but I didn't end up actually drawing the Junicorn adopts. Zodiac, he actually helped me out, and we did a collab adopt, and I split the funds with him 50-50. This was just some fun water practice. I wanted to see how nice this paper is, which a render paper is really good if you like using inks and marker, because it does not bleed through. It'll warp, but it won't bleed through. So this is where I was learning watercolor technique. So I was taking water with my little water thing and just like spreading it around the page, and then taking little dots of ink and just taking it along there. This is why I like the sketchbook, because you get to just experiment in it. And then more thumbnails for print ideas. I'm hoping to get these done before San Japan, but I'm not holding my breath. If not, I'll have them up in my Ticktail store, my Redbubble store, because Pastel is going to fight me if I don't say both, because she's angry. Yeah, here were just some ideas for Cappy. I'm not proud of these, but I just need to draw him more, and I think I'll get the hang of it, because he's a really weird shape. This isn't bringing down my art. This is why you practice, people. When things don't look right, you just keep drawing. Because, like, I was doing things differently. Like, I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. Not a fan of this one. He looks like a frog. But I like this one where he's being a little grump. So. And then again with the ink pen, because I like having, like, something with my sketches. I don't know. I like color. I don't wear it, but I like color. More stuff with the marker, and then I drew a little person, because I ended up actually having this giant circle. So I'm like, I'm going to draw a person in there. So I did. And then here are some messy Hollow Knight thumbnails, because I fucking love Hollow Knight. So here was Hornet. Just trying to get, again, I was trying just to figure out her shape of her head and her body, because she's very weirdly shaped. So, yeah, did that. These are actually thumbnails for a future Breath of the Wild commission/print picture, because the commissioner actually asked for both. But they wanted flowers as the border, so I was literally doing ideas of what kind of going with. And I kind of like the idea of the triangle. I've been doing that a lot lately with flowers and stuff. So if the video won't be done because I haven't actually sketched it out. But yeah, these are going to be like different flowers and fauna from the game. And then Mifa. I've had people argue me with what her name is, but yep. And then just a little doodle on a sticky note I did of just a random person. And then this was some ribbon practice, just trying to get ribbon shapes down, because I'm trying to improve ribbons, clothes shapes, yada yada. So yeah, that's why you have sketchbooks, guys. You practice. And then the next ones are actually a couple of big full page spreads like this, because I need to get used to drawing bigger. I really don't draw big. Even in my tablet, I tend to draw really small and then enlarge it. So this is actually there was an AU I was working on with the marked mages, like in our time, like a modern time one. So this would be the future light mage. Her name is Arnu, but she goes by Archie. And then another one of Zodiac's characters, because I'm working on a collab with him that I don't know when it'll be done, but I want to try to get the idea of his witch bitch Lillian. I'm pretty sure it's her name. Yeah. being psycho. And then here were some other just weird, random ideas. I don't know why, but I got the idea for, like, teeth eyes? I really don't know. I might go more in depth with it, but I was like, huh, teeth eyes, that seems cool. And then here's, like, a basic, like, tattoo, flash thing that I was gonna, like, thinking of doing for a friend. But this is just the idea. The finished finished quality would be obviously more polished. But, yeah. And then here's just a drippy eye, because why the fuck not? Girl with her head cut off, floating head. Those are with the Sharpie. Actually the Amazon brand Sharpie, because, again, I have coupon, and I'm like, fuck it, I need highlighters, I'll get the Amazon ones. So there's the blue Sharpie. I mean Sharpie highlighter, fuck. Some mouth practice, some lips. Trying to get different expressions down. Because I'm noticing more and more I'm doing more of, like, default faces, and I'm not a big fan of that. So, here's one I'm really proud of. Oh, the light's reflecting it! Darn it. But, this is a very nice watercolor painting I did of a Cyclops, Hearticlops girl. I don't know if I want to make this a character, because I literally have no use for her. But if not, I might sell her. Like, make, like, an actual, like, reference sheet and then sell her. I haven't decided yet, but I really like the idea of this, and I painted this. And, like, just again, going from my first watercolor paintings to this, huge improvement, and I was super happy. And so, this was more just ink practice, again, seeing what I could do with ink and stuff. So what I did with this one was I tried to draw out with water, because I've seen Mary Doodles do that, and then I, like, added drops of ink, and I added too much ink, hence the mess. But, so that is more highlighter shit. All highlighter doodle, because I just drew with a highlighter, of pink diamond alternate outfit idea and a picture idea. This one I could probably do for a print. It'd be like her diamond, her, and then like flowers coming out of her, because, you know, pictures. But yeah, there's that. Oh, then we're at the last page. I think the last page is at this. Some thumbnails for a cheap picture I want to do. Summer vibes. I'm like finally feeling summer. I know it's been hot, but I usually don't feel like it's summer, so chibi picture idea for probably in the future, probably future video. And then I did a little cutie in an old bathing suit I actually used to wear. I used to have this, because I was never that skinny, but I used to have that bathing suit where it's polka dots and had the little ruffles on it. And so, yeah. And then the last page, which you guys are all dying to see, is more thumbnails and more doodles, because I'm actually going to be working on adopts. I'm trying to make adoptable sets at least once a month, if not once every other month, just working on things. So this is just poses for what I want them to be in, because I want to do, I don't want to say adult adopts, but non-chibi ones this time around. So, yep, that's this. That's my render thumbnail doodle, breaking my habit of not sketching in my sketchbook tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully, next time I'll have a better lighting situation, or I'll actually have my webcam, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's been a long time coming, and like I said, this one's already almost done. So, expect that next month. And as always, guys, I will see you next time. Bye!